Hi guys, today we're talking about the main instrument families. Families are groups that have something in common. You have a family too. What does your family have in common? Maybe you have a sister with the same hair color, or maybe you all live in the same house. Maybe you all like to play games or exercises, or even play music together. Instruments have families too. The four main family names are brass, woodwinds, string, and percussion. So, what puts an instrument in each family? First, let's learn a word. Characteristic. Can you guys all say that with me? Characteristic. A characteristic is a feature or quality belonging to a person, place, or thing. Every instrument shares a characteristic or two with the group of instruments in their family. Let's go through them together. The brass family. They are all made out of a special metal called brass. So here you can see a tuba, a trumpet, a trombone, and a couple French horns. Those are just some of the brass instruments, but remember, they're all made out of a metal called brass. The string family. The string family all have strings. That's pretty easy to remember, right? Here we have a violin, a viola. That looks a lot like the violin, but it's a little bit bigger. A cello, which is so big it has to be played on the floor. See this little thing here? That is the stand to help it rest on the floor. And over here we have a big string bass, also sometimes called a double bass. The woodwind family. There are two things that put an instrument in the woodwind family. Wood vibrates to make the sound, and you blow into it. So over here we have a clarinet, an oboe, a bass clarinet, a bassoon, a saxophone, a flute, and a piccolo. Now you may be thinking that the saxophone looks like a brass instrument, right? I mean, it's made out of metal. Well, the reason why it's a woodwind instrument is because there's a mouthpiece on it, the part that you put your mouth on here at the top. And on that mouthpiece, you have what's called a reed. Now, all of these other woodwind instruments also have reeds, except for the flute and the piccolo. The flute and the piccolo are made out of metal, but sometimes there are other versions of the flutes. And when they were first created, they were made out of wood. So they're in the woodwind family. Also, they're not made out of brass. They're made out of a different kind of metal. The percussion family. The percussion family is really fun. That has all the drums and stuff. Every instrument in the percussion family, the sound is made by hitting or shaking. So we have a drum set, maracas, a xylophone, djembe, egg shakers. There's all sorts of percussion instruments, many, many, many percussion instruments. Let's play a game. I'm going to show you an instrument, and I want you to name your guess on which family it belongs in before the answer pops up. Remember, look at what it's made of and how you think it should be played. What do you think? This is a saxophone. Does it belong in the string family, the brass family, the woodwind family, or percussion? And woodwinds! If you got it right, good job. Here's another one. Just looking at this instrument, how do you think it should be played? What family do you think it belongs in? Percussion. If you got it right, good job. These are maracas. How do you think you play maracas? 3, 2, 1. Percussion. You shake maracas to make a sound. That's why they're in the percussion family. This is a tuba. 3, 2, 1. Brass, the brass family. Remember, if it's in the brass family, it's made out of a special metal called brass. This is a French horn. 3, 2, 1. Another brass instrument. Ooh, how about a violin? 3, 2, 1. Strings, because it has strings. This is called an oboe. And woodwinds. That's right, because it has the little wooden reeds at the top. Ooh, how about a guitar? 3, 2, 1. String family. I'll bet you got that one right. Here we see an orchestra, all 4 families playing together. What other instruments do you see?